All right, downsides of living in Cali, Colombia. Now I've been here for a minute. I would say, I don't even remember. I got here in around the summertime. But just from being here, there are a few things to keep in mind if you're deciding to maybe not retiring in Cali, but coming here for an extended stay, maybe a month or longer. And so the first one is going to be the weather. To be fair, as I'm making this video, it's around November. It's like November time, and the weather's actually not that bad. So I don't know how Cali is all year round. I've never been in Cali in the first half of the year. But when I got here during the summertime, it was blazing hot. I was actually considering leaving Cali because of how hot it was. And I've been in some hot weather. I've been to Kuwait in the Middle East where it's like 121 every day, and then at night it's like 90. So I've been in some heat, and Cali's definitely, it's one of the hotter cities I've been to in my life. I remember somebody commented there, like a lot of people go to Cali, they just don't last long there, even like vloggers, and I'm sure the heat has something to do with it. But if you're somebody who's considering coming to Cali or living in Cali, if you do not like hot weather with some humidity, because it does get a little humid here from time to time, you're probably not gonna like Cali. Next downside on the list is going to be the international food scene in Cali, which is lacking. Like, don't get me wrong, they have Mexican restaurants, Italian restaurants, like they have some international restaurants here that you can go to. There's not really much of a variety. Like, for example, I love Asian food, so Indian restaurants, I think they got like one here. Korean restaurants, again, I think they have like one, maybe two. Thai restaurants, forget about it. Like the Thai restaurants they got here aren't really even Thai. And then again, the international food I've tried here doesn't really, I mean, they're trying. It's not all that, which is why recently, actually last week, I went back home to Seattle. And for anybody who knows about Seattle, we got like everybody there. We got Africans, we got Caucasians, we got Samoans, and we got a ton of Asians. So I told my mom, I said, Mom, you don't have to cook. I'm just gonna eat out every day because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna get some good Asian food. So literally every day I ate out. And side note, for anybody who's wondering, man, I tried those Popeyes chicken sandwiches and they're good. I wouldn't stab anybody for them. You know, you got people dying for these chicken sandwiches. I wouldn't do all that, but they are really good. So if you're heading back to the States, I recommend trying them, man. Third downside would be public transportation. Now, Cali, it's not the worst. They have a metro bus system called El Mio, which is actually quite, I'm gonna say good. I'm not gonna say great, but it's good. It takes you pretty much anywhere in Cali that you need to get to, like all the sites. And if it doesn't take you straight there, it gets you close by. So that's a great thing, and it's cheap. The only thing is they may need to expand a little bit more, or I don't know. It's just usually it's packed on the buses. I don't know why the AC is not stronger, but a lot of times it can be a little warm in the buses. But for the most part, it's not the worst, but I've seen better. Moving down the list, the next one is something that you probably hear a lot about when you hear Cali. You probably hear two things. You hear salsa and safety. And I'm not gonna deny that. This city definitely is a lot sketchier than the others. It's a little rough around the edges, so the average foreigner touching down in Cali, you may feel a certain type of way, especially if you're coming here, if you arrive here at night. But with that being said, there are nice areas. So I don't want anybody to think the whole city is just like sketchy. There are some nice areas. If you're somebody who's traveled a bit around Colombia, the same rules apply. Like if you've been in Medellin for, you know, a year and you haven't got robbed yet, whatever you're doing there, do the exact same thing in Cali. Same goes for Bogota. If you've been there for 4 months, you haven't got, you know, stabbed or robbed yet, just whatever you're doing is working, just keep doing it. These last two downsides are going to like complement one each other. They're basically they're gonna go hand in hand. And so I'm gonna finish off with these two. And so the first one is that Cali can feel small. It can feel like a small city, although it's not. The reason being is that, you know, from how I understand it and from talking to other people, if you were to cut Cali in half, most foreigners, everything on the left side, the west side, you're good. Everything on the right is pretty much don't go there, or if you go there, you better know somebody. And so because of that, it can feel like you don't have enough room to kind of explore and stuff like that. Because it can feel small, this can lead to my next one, is that you'll probably get bored easier in Cali than maybe, again, some other cities. Which is why, if you come to Cali, you need to like one of these two things. All right, if you don't have one of these two things, your time here, you're not gonna enjoy it. One, salsa. If you don't like salsa music, you don't plan on learning salsa, you want nothing to do with it, then you're not gonna like Cali, because that's Cali nightlife. It's salsa. That's the heart and blood of this city. You're gonna hear it everywhere. And secondly, this is for the fellas, you gotta have a little something here. Something to keep you company at night, and a little something that you can hang out with. Maybe take you to certain spots that you wouldn't feel comfortable going alone. And so I'm just letting you know, if you don't like salsa and you don't got no game, then Cali's probably not the best city for you. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. These are just my downsides of living in Cali. Hope that has helped you, for anybody thinking about maybe coming here for an extended stay. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Deuces.